The Jordan 1 receives a lot of respect for changing the game, but we also need to pay respect to New Balance and their 990 series for the way they changed the game back in 1982 when they actually dropped the very first 990 V1. Why did it change the game? Well, the first luxury sneaker, quite honestly, because it was thought of as that being expensive at $100 for a runner. That was unheard of. Remember, back then, you wore runners just to wear runners. Well, fast forward, and they came out with the 990 V5, and now it's finally in my collection. Now, this is the women's pair available right now on the New Balance website, and you will see that it notes made in the USA. And yes, that does mean that 70% or more of the actual domestic value of the pair is here from the US. So we have an upper of suede and mesh mixed, intertwined together for the perfect dad shoe that, as they say, hey, everyone wants to wear it, from actual runners to models to dads. And you can see the emblem there, made in the USA, with the flag on the tongue, but everywhere else. So tons of cushioning, the in-cab midsole. You have all-day comfort with this actual sneaker. Now remember, it's meant for running, so I'll wear it casually, but make no mistake about it, there's so much that goes into ensuring it's a perfect, comfortable, but supportive ride. And that's what you get all the way up to the foam collars that are very comfortable with the Ortholite insoles present. That's right, go ahead, let's bump up the comfort in an already very comfortable sneaker. So I'll go ahead and flip it over so you guys can take a look at the additional foam that's on the other side of the insole itself. And that's what New Balance is known for. They'll give you comfort, but they'll give it to you, at least to me, at an elevated value for what you pay. And we have the additional branding. You can see the NB on the back heel and the V, of course, to represent 5, for this being the 990 V5. So it hits home on all points. Now, if you guys remember, I picked up another gray New Balance a while back. It was actually the first one added to the collection probably in a very, very long time, and that is the 997 Sport. So 997S is what it's also considered, and this is the Marblehead colorway. And as you can see, gray, still have the 3M detailing, absorb there for cushioning, and then the white bold laces to stand out against the gray and the white. Tons of stability, as well as you can see, motion control device. So I've worn these to the gym to work out. I felt great in them, but they're used, I would have to admit, more as a lifestyle pair, as most of my New Balances are used as that. But I have the 990 V5 now, the 997S, and the 2002R. And a quick sneak peek at this made in England pair. Yeah, thank you so much, New Balance, for also sending this over. So this is the 1500. Now this is also one of the pairs I'll wear during a project with them in the fall, and I just love the colorway. Now I've been an admirer of the 1500 model, but finding my pair online is just a hassle. So very excited when they had these in stock to send over. Now it's a mix of colors. Not everyone will feel comfortable wearing or rocking together, quite possibly because of the pink, brown, and yellow all being in close proximity to each other, with blue and teal also on other parts of the sneaker. But I think it all flows really well together. I can't wait to play around with these colors. But then you still have the neutral gray present, the lighter gray for the laces, but then also for the quarter panels there. And then it will feature like the smaller end, not the oversized end that we find on the 990 V5. So I think it's a really good switch up in the collection. Another New Balance.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back another video on Talks with TJ, and I don't think many of us will argue with a great gray NB or New Balance. That was a little difficult to say. Great gray New Balance, but I don't think many of us will argue with that because it's such a versatile item to throw on with any and everything. And as we've seen, New Balance, they've had that very dedicated following regionally, but now I think the rest of the world is also catching up, and maybe it's just the US, because I feel like a lot of us have been behind, or I'm not going to say us. A lot of people have been behind on New Balance, only respecting it as a dad shoe, not as something that is very fashionable as well. And not everyone has really come around to that, which is okay. That's perfectly fine. I will have people comment, I don't understand why anyone thinks those chunky New Balances are attractive. I would just say then don't buy them if you hate them. You know, like it's really that simple to me. But if you guys recall, when the 997 Sport hit the channel, a lot of you were very happy for me and they're like, listen, you've taken that step. You're going to love them. You're going to want more. And you guys weren't joking. I went after a 998. I have another 997, just regular, not Sport in the collection. And then that branched into the 327s and different models. And now we know I have an affinity for the 2002R. And thankfully, blessings and opportunities in 2022. I'm fortunate enough to work with New Balance in the fall on a very exciting project, and I'll try to do a whole recap of that with you guys in the future once it happens in the fall. But the 990 V5 is a pair that was sent over for that project, and then you guys got to see as well just to look at the 1500. That's actually a model I've wanted for some time, but often it's not in my smaller size of either like a 6 or a 6.5. So I'm happy to have that. But all the great New Balances you guys saw, like this 990 V5 here, I wanted to actually do just some looks or just talk about Grayscale. And all respect, all credit goes to Fly with Johnny Ty for this video. Now, I've mentioned him before, and he's a great fashion channel if you guys haven't checked him out. He has really great videos on layering, in terms of like relaxed trousers versus tapered trousers, and a really just great all-around fashion channel. And he actually did something recent just about like essentials if you're a back-to-school student, so hopefully you've checked that out as well. But he did a video on Grayscale and why he stepped away from wearing just all black. Now, I've never been someone to wear all black. I'm much more now at the age I am to wear just anything that's monochromatic in terms of tones or mixing different tones together. Like if you were to take a lot of the essentials that's behind me, and if I were to mix together a light heather oatmeal hoodie, but I have a moss, let's say track nylon half zip on, but I instead decide to throw on, I don't know, cement sweats. Like the way you play around with the tones and shades, it makes a big difference. So it's not just all monochromatic if you don't want it that way. But what you are seeing is actually you're looking on the, if you look on the color wheel, you're actually just playing around within one specific spectrum, going up and down, adding more black or adding more white to an actual shade itself. And so that's what happens with Grayscale. You can literally look at black, and as you add white, we start to go down this road of darker gray, medium light, and then we go all the way down to white. And so in his video, he will actually show that, and I'll be sure to show it as well just to give you a visual. But if you're playing around with Grayscale, you can add a lot of texture, you play around with tone, you add some level of depth to the outfit itself. Now, you're still doing that with black because like no black is exact in anything. Like I don't care, like it's still very different, but I like the idea of Grayscale. So I actually want to show you guys just 3 simple looks for the 3 different New Balances that I have. So it won't be 9, it's literally just 3 looks for the New Balances that you guys saw in the beginning of this video, but they all play around with Grayscale. So it's black, it's gray, or white mixed in some way with the actual shoes. All right, let's break down the 3 Grayscale fits for the New Balance pairs. On the left, we have the 997S or Sport in Marblehead with the Gymshark woven pants in black, and the New Balance, the Intelligent Choice shirt. So white shirt, black pants, gray sneakers. All right, let's go with the second look here in the middle for the 990 V5. Wearing the Street Market Supply Pop Smoke shirt, you will have that black washed finish on the shirt itself, the H&M wool coat in the medium gray, and then to top it all off, just a pair of basic black cargo pants. The last look on the right with the 2002R Marblehead, it is a throwback look. You have the zipper taper sweats that zip at the bottom. You have the side zip hoodie from American Eagle in the darker charcoal gray, and then a lighter gray t-shirt. And for any video, I appreciate when you guys just go ahead and comment your favorite look below. I'm a sucker for the H&M wool coat, and I actually intend to get a darker charcoal coat for this fall and winter season. And then listen, cargos and New Balances, like they go hand in hand together, but also sweats. And I'm somebody that I'm lucky to be able to be comfortable in almost any setting. I also work from home, so that's like an ultimate cheat code right there. But again, comment below your favorite looks. Which of these New Balances is also your favorite? And then if you already play around with Grayscale, what's like your favorite go-to combo? And if you haven't, do you intend to intentionally play around with Grayscale more? I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.